Alana Thompson is both a meme and a reality television personality. She wishes to reintroduce herself. In 2012, TLC documented a diminutive, exuberant 6-year-old girl with curly blonde hair as she animatedly occupied an interview chair, proclaiming herself a beauty queen and a superstar. She disparaged her fellow child beauty pageant competitors, referring to them as Honey Boo Boo Child, and introduced her mother, Mama June Shannon, as the coupon queen. Her high energy and propensity for generating viral catchphrases in a playful Georgia accent, such as "dollar makes me holler" and "everybody's a little gay," rendered her a meme and a fixture of reality television for the subsequent decade. However, that was Honey Boo Boo, not Alana Thompson. In essence, they are the identical individual. Thompson will still grin and pose for a photograph if you acknowledge her as her younger alter ego in public, but she now possesses an identity distinct from the caricature of a redneck reality star. She is prepared to narrate her experience. I determined that this was an opportune moment because I believe everyone assumes they are familiar with my narrative, she conveyed to Yahoo Entertainment with the same recognizable Southern accent of her youth. I believe it will be an enlightening experience for all, as everyone assumes they are familiar with me. The 19-year-old is currently pursuing a nursing degree at Regis University in Denver. In her appearance on the latest season of her family's enduring reality series, Mama June, Family Crisis, she strives to distance herself from the tumult of her childhood. She aspires for her new Lifetime biopic, I Was Honey Boo Boo, to achieve this objective. The film has actors reenacting incidents from Thompson's history. The scenes are interconnected by Thompson's contemporary statements. Despite her long and honest discussions regarding her mother and sisters in the film, which premiered in May, she did not consult them regarding her ideas or statements in advance. Everything articulated was solely her own. Thompson conveyed to Yahoo Entertainment, "I was determined to share my narrative authentically. I had no intention of fabricating any details, so I explicitly informed them that I am producing a documentary series. Be aware that all is disclosed." Almost every child star who retains an audience into adulthood must grapple with a common dilemma. How do I address my history while simultaneously cultivating a present that is both fulfilling and distinct from the source of my fame? Thompson posits a straightforward solution. She will persist in articulating the truth. This begins with the reality of the emotional torture she suffered both on-screen and off. Thompson was not merely a kid star. She was referred to be Mama's little moneymaker, according to a reenactment in her film, among a household perpetually beset by controversy. In I Was Honey Boo Boo, the contemporary Thompson states, it was perpetually the same situation. I desired maternal affection, however her love was merely transactional. Following Thompson's ascension as Queen of the Toddlers and Tiara's Realm, she was granted her own series, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, which aired for 2 seasons. It was officially annulled in 2014 when Shannon was discovered associating with a registered sex offender. The program was revitalized in 2017 on WeTV, featuring Shannon, who garnered attention for her 300-pound weight loss, as the titular character under the title Mama June, From Not to Hot. It was subsequently rebranded as Mama June, Road to Redemption in 2021, coinciding with Shannon's efforts to achieve sobriety following a drug possession arrest, and later renamed Mama June, Family Crisis in 2023. The franchise has faced long-standing criticism for its portrayal of Thompson's family, depicting TH. Having matured in the public eye, there are aspects I might have approached differently. However, it was simultaneously challenging and enjoyable. I have consistently relished being the focal point and deriving joy from entertaining others, Thompson conveyed to Yahoo Entertainment. I cherished every moment. There was never a point at which I thought, I do not wish to engage in this. A significant portion of I Was Honey Boo Boo's duration focuses on the emotionally abusive dynamic between Thompson and her mother. Initially, Shannon appeared as a nurturing yet misguided maternal figure, encouraging Thompson's passion for pageants by exclaiming, "Work it, Smoochy," from the audience and providing her with go-go juice, a mixture of Mountain Dew and Red Bull, to energize her. Shannon generated nearly as many viral quotes as her daughter. However, over time, Her substance abuse and relational conflicts escalated into severe issues within their household, resulting in financial and interpersonal turmoil. At one point, Thompson's sister Lauren Pumpkin Effort assumed the role of her legal guardian. By the time she reached adulthood and departed from the guardianship of her relatives, Thompson had starred in 3 reality series. Over time, Shannon's substance misuse and relational discord escalated, resulting in significant financial and interpersonal turmoil inside the household. Eventually, Thompson's sister, Lauren Pumpkin Effort, assumed legal guardianship of her. By the time she reached adulthood and departed from the guardianship of her relatives, Thompson had starred in 3 reality series. But the money still matters, or else it serves as evidence that the relationship between Thompson and her mom has always been fraught. Over and over, Thompson explains in the biopic that her mom would cling to her when she needed money, then let her go when she didn't. Thompson has claimed that she never received any of the money she earned as a child star. She doesn't even know how much she'd be owed at this point. On season 6 of Mama June, Family Crisis, Shannon confessed that she'd taken some of the money allotted to Thompson in a Coogan account, a trust in which parents are required to set aside the earnings of their child star children. Shannon paid it back but never apologized. "I would tell people to take it one day at a time and just know that there is light at the end of the tunnel," Thompson said. "Not every day is going to be your worst day, and not every day is going to be your best day. So just take it slow and work with what you got." She just wishes that she could go back in time and tell herself that. "The contrast between my circumstances 5 or 6 years ago and my present situation is profoundly significant," she stated. "It enhances my motivation to explore what further achievements I can attain in the future." When Thompson looks back at old memes and videos of herself, she feels both sadness and happiness. Being able to rewatch Here Comes Honey Boo Boo feels a lot like watching a home video. But sometimes those memories sting. "We used to be so close as a family, we're close again now, but when the cameras really started coming out, we wasn't as close anymore. It's a little sad," she said. Burdened by bullying and a hectic filming schedule, Thompson left traditional school to be homeschooled when she was young. Years later, her return to public high school is shown as a major turning point in Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. She's exceptionally smart, which wouldn't surprise anyone who considers how many witty and instantly iconic statements she's responsible for, and defies the not-so-bright stereotypes forced upon people with accents like hers. Thompson is fully committed to school right now, focusing as much as she can. She's officially a junior in college and hoping to become a pediatric ICU nurse. "I aspire for my adulthood to be characterized by the achievement of my goals," she stated. "Ultimately, I desire to become a mother and engage in related pursuits. I prefer not to elaborate extensively, as I am uncertain about what may transpire tomorrow." Thompson continues to have a passion for performing. "I enjoy igniting enthusiasm and exuding energy and enjoyment in social settings. I prefer to avoid a subdued atmosphere," she stated. It is reassuring to learn that Thompson remains an integral member of her family's reality program. They have united in recent years following the loss of her sister Anna to cancer. Thompson expressed that, regardless of her relationship with her mother, she is very grateful for Mama June. Family Crisis. "It is a primary reason I can finance my college education. I am exceedingly appreciative, yet it is quite challenging to manage both college and the show simultaneously," she stated. In the program, she is referred to as Alana. In her daily existence, the majority still address her as Honey Boo Boo. However, the frequency has diminished. "I recall our initial arrival in Hollywood, where we were inundated by paparazzi," she stated. "Currently, I am approached approximately 5 or 6 times daily. When I first attained fame, it was around 20 or 30 times each day." Thompson chuckled upon recognizing that 5 or 6 conflicts daily is considerable. However, she has never experienced anything else. While others may hold their perceptions of her, as they always have, she remains concentrated on her personal development. "Individuals will invariably hold their own perceptions of me, irrespective of my statements. However, I wish for others to recognize my diligent work ethic. I genuinely embody a cheerful and effervescent disposition. I am amiable and not as aloof or pretentious as some may presume, Thompson articulated. I simply desire for people to understand that this represents my reality. Nevertheless, as the Georgia sun began to set behind the trees, Alana Thompson, widely recognized as Honey Boo Boo, stood outside a once familiar home. Her pulse raced as she gazed at the front door she had not entered in almost a year. I am going to meet with Mama, she murmured to herself, gripping her phone firmly. Her elder sister Pumpkin had cautioned her against going alone. You do not owe her anything, Pumpkin had asserted. However, Alana sought closure. She required answers. She needed to ascertain whether the woman who nurtured her still existed, hidden beneath the addiction, deceit, and turmoil. Several months prior, everything disintegrated once more. Mama June vanished for 2 weeks, with no communication. Upon her return, she exhibited erratic behavior, significant weight loss, and defensiveness. She refuted all allegations, claiming she was merely finding herself. However, Alana was aware of the truth. The family had previously endured her struggle with drug addiction, and now, the warning signs were re-emerging. You promised, Alana had shouted at their last encounter. You promised you would remain sober for me. June remained unresponsive, merely gazing and blinking slowly, as if the words held no significance. The door creaked open. Mama June appearing older and more slender, yet her eyes remained lucid. Hello, dear, she murmured, her voice faltering. Alana became immobilized. Her body quaked as recollections of joy, suffering, and treachery inundated her. You expressed a desire to converse, Alana finally remarked, entering the residence. The house was silent, immaculate, excessively quiet. June had undergone rehabilitation once more, this time for 3 months. She asserted that she was sober, asserted that she was prepared to resume her role as a mother. You appear well, June remarked gently, tears beginning to form. You have developed into a remarkably beautiful young woman. Alana refrained from smiling. You were absent from prom, my senior photographs, and my college acceptance. Now you wish to engage in conversation. June acquiesced hesitantly, filled with shame. I do not anticipate your forgiveness, dear. I wish to convey that I have never ceased to love you. Silence ensued, the type that extends like a taut rope over a chasm of anguish. Ultimately, Alana took a seat. Proceed with your discourse. Provide me with all the information. No further deception. Cease the insincere lamentations. I seek the truth. June had disclosed all pertinent information to her. The relapses, the remorse, the disgrace of disappointing her daughters. She confessed to pawning familial treasures. Confessed to vanishing due to fear that they had all abandoned her. I reached my lowest point when I saw you on television weeping about me, June stated. That shattered me. Alana cleared her eyes. Satisfactory. June appeared astonished. Perhaps you now comprehend the extent of my suffering during the years when you prioritized drugs over me, Alana continued. I am not present to rescue you, Mother. I am here to bid farewell to that iteration of you, the one who consistently caused me pain. June extended her hand. Allow me to demonstrate my current identity. Kindly. Pumpkin anxiously awaited in the vehicle. However, upon Alana's emergence, her countenance was serene. How did it proceed? Pumpkin inquired. Alana nonchalantly shrugged. She is making an effort. I am uncertain about my trust in her at this moment. However, I required personal verification. Pumpkin initiated the vehicle's ignition. Regardless of your decision, I will support you. Alana gazed out the window as they departed. I am no longer that diminutive pageant girl. I am now more resilient. Mother shall not have the opportunity to break me once more. For the first time in an extended period, she experienced a sense of liberation. Nonetheless, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson sat quietly in her bedroom, perusing nostalgic photographs of herself and her mother, June Shannon, widely recognized as Mama June. The images were imbued with laughter, birthdays, fairgrounds, and whimsical selfies. However, now everything seemed like an intangible recollection. 3 months have elapsed since June last made a call. Since Mama June's tumultuous marriage to Justin, she has grown distant both physically and emotionally. Alana, now a teenager navigating the complexities of life and celebrity, had always presumed her mother would support her. However, June was excessively engrossed in her new existence, her spouse, and her tumult. Alana perceived herself as a secondary character within her own family. "I merely desire my mother's return," she said to herself one night. Dabbing a tear as Pumpkin, her elder sister and guardian, entered. "Are you well, Lainey?" Pumpkin inquired gently, taking a seat beside her on the bed. "Negative. I perceive that I have lost her." "Once more," Alana stated. She assures her presence, then vanishes. "I am fatigued from feigning that everything is acceptable." Pumpkin embraced her firmly. She recognized the pain. June had previously exhibited indications of transformation, achieving sobriety, attending court, and participating in birthday celebrations. Ultimately, it consistently culminated in drama, heartache, and estrangement. Later that week, a film team for Mama June, Family Crisis, arrived to document a long-anticipated intervention. Pumpkin contacted June, imploring her to convene in a rented cabin near Atlanta. June arrived tardily, adorned in ostentatious attire, accompanied by Justin and obscured by sunglasses. The atmosphere was charged. "Mother," Alana whispered, rising as tears brimmed in her eyes. "Why have you abandoned me once more? Why do I perpetually feel compelled to plead for recognition as your daughter?" June attempted to grin, although uncomfortably. "Darling, you are aware of my affection for you. No, you crave attention. You relish disorder. However, I required a mother and you were absent. Not during my episodes of anxiety attacks. Not at the time of my 8th grade graduation. Not on the nights I wept myself to slumber, questioning my inadequacy." The chamber became quiet. Even Justin withdrew. Pumpkin intruded. "June, if you do not rectify this immediately, you may permanently lose her." June ultimately removed her sunglasses, her eyes encircled in red. "I made an error. I made a significant error. However, I am present at this moment. I wish to rectify the situation. If you permit me." It was challenging. Rebuilding trust is never easy. Alana refrained from hastily embracing her. She only stated, then substantiated. "Appear. Maintain consistency. Do not disappoint me once more." As the cameras captured the scene and emotions ran high, viewers across observed a small girl imploring for affection, while a mother came to understand that atonement is not achieved in a singular moment, but rather cultivated daily. Nevertheless, a tranquil afternoon in Georgia was anticipated. Although inside the Shannon family, serenity is fleeting. Pumpkin Lauren, now the principal carer for Alana, Honey Boo Boo, has been striving to maintain familial stability by managing motherhood, Alana's educational responsibilities, and Mama June's erratic drama. However, events escalated dramatically when Jennifer, Sugar Bear's spouse, arrived unannounced at Pumpkin's residence. Jennifer entered the front garden with a pile of legal documents and a frown. "I am here to claim what is rightfully mine," she retorted. "Alana is meant to be with her father, not in this farce you refer to as a home." Pumpkin's eyes expanded, then constricted into sheer fury. She emerged onto the porch, cradling baby Bentley on her hip, with Alana positioned directly behind her. "You cannot arrive here and disparage me, Jennifer," Pumpkin retorted. "Where were you during Mama's drug use? When Alana required assistance with her dinner or transportation to school?" Jennifer sneered and folded her arms. "At least I was not facilitating Mama June or subsisting on a reality television stipend." Alana attempted to intercede, her voice trembling. "Can we refrain from proceeding with this? I am fatigued by my intermediary position." However, it was too late. Pumpkin transferred Bentley to Josh and descended the steps with urgency. "Would you care to repeat that? In my presence?" she snarled. Jennifer remained resolute. "You are an immature individual feigning domesticity. You lack an understanding of authentic parenting." Subsequently, an explosion. The yelling escalated into physical confrontation. Cameras disrupted. Producers intervened. Josh seized Alana and extracted her from the situation. Neighbors observed via their blinds. The situation was chaotic. Mama June, having maintained sobriety for 8 months and residing in Florida, received the call 1 hour later. She succumbed to tears. "This is entirely my responsibility," she wept on the phone to her friend. "I damaged my girls, and now they are damaging one another." Later that evening, Pumpkin sat on the kitchen floor weeping, cradling her infant. Alana nestled beside her, fearful and fatigued. "You are not flawless," Alana murmured, "yet you are the sole individual who has been present for me. Do not permit Jennifer to confiscate that." The pumpkin acquiesced. "I shall not. I assure you,